The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield is a book for losers, and I'll tell you why. Pressfield's premise is that writers face what he calls resistance, a deep reluctance to finish the book or screenplay they're currently working on, or even to write at all. Here's what he writes in the intro to his book. There's a secret that real writers know that wannabe writers don't, and the secret is this. It's not the writing part that's hard. What's hard is sitting down to write. What keeps us from sitting down is resistance. Then on page 7, he elaborates. Resistance cannot be seen, touched, heard, or smelled, but it can be felt. We experience it as an energy field radiating from a work in potential. It's a repelling force. It's negative. Its aim is to shove us away, distract us, prevent us from doing our work. In other words, the way Pressfield describes it, resistance is a form of hatred, which makes no sense at all because no other artist hates what they do. Actors love to act. Dancers love to dance. Painters love to paint. So why is it that writers, and only writers, hate to write? Well, the answer is they don't. When a writer is writing what he truly loves and what he feels called to do, it's an enjoyable process. The resistance that Pressfield writes about is actually a warning sign. It's your intuition, your higher self, your gut, call it what you will, telling you in the loudest language possible that you're doing something wrong, that what you're writing is not what you should be writing. It's your body telling you to stop. Anyone feeling resistance of that sort should immediately stop, take a hard look at what they're doing. Instead, Pressfield encourages them to forge ahead, to plow through their resistance, which is the worst advice anyone could possibly give. If your gut instinct is telling you not to walk down a dark alley at night, are you going to override it and walk down that alley anyway? Only an idiot would do that, and only an idiot would take Pressfield's advice to do the same thing when it comes to art. Forcing yourself to work on any type of art when your gut instinct is telling you not to is pure idiocy. Now, I've never seen or met Stephen Pressfield, but I wouldn't be surprised if he looks 10 years older than his actual age. That's what stress does to a person. And I can't think of anything more stressful than forcing yourself to work on a book or any type of art when every fiber of your being is telling you not to. I also wouldn't be surprised if in Pressfield's heart of hearts he has a book, or maybe several books, he would love to write, but he has continually talked himself out of doing that because of a false notion that they're not commercial. Or maybe it's his ego. Maybe he feels the type of writing he really wants to do is beneath him. Let me give you some examples from real life. I wrote a script that was a finalist in the Walt Disney Screenwriting Fellowships, one of only 20 scripts selected out of over 2,500 entries. It was also a finalist in the Writers Guild Producers Access Program, one of only 30 scripts selected out of over 5,000 entries. It was a second-place winner in the Shot in LA Screenwriting Contest. It won or placed in every contest I entered it into, but I couldn't get it made because it wasn't commercial. In order to get my first movie made, I had to write an action script. Now, at the time, the thinking then, and it hasn't changed, it's still the same, is that moviegoers have the intelligence level of 11-year-olds. So in order to get my foot in the door, I had to write an action script for 11-year-olds. Well, I didn't do that. I wrote an action script for intelligent adults, which then got changed into a script for 11-year-olds. In the end, it was a very successful movie, and by that I mean it made a lot of money. But it was an excruciating experience because I wasn't writing what I was supposed to be writing. and my writing friends all had the same experience. They all had to write action scripts to get their first movie made, and they all suffered what Pressfield calls resistance, because it wasn't what they were supposed to be writing. Now today that's changed because Amazon has made it possible for writers to write what they really should be writing and sell it directly to customers themselves. And that's what we're all doing today. We're all writing novels. We're all having fun. Readers love the books, and we feel no resistance whatsoever. So the moral is, and the antidote to Pressfield's resistance is simple. Write what makes you happy.